Hi everyone, Rochelle here from Ara Fine Arts and welcome to episode 2 of my painting series. In this video, we will be painting cherries. Let's get started. Start with a blank sheet of paper. Then you're going to draw 2 circles in the center of your paper. One circle here and another circle here. Very good. It is okay if your circles are not perfect. Next, I want you to write the letter M near to the top of your circle. So you're going to write the letter M here and here. Let me show you. One letter M. Another letter M. In this space, we are going to draw our stem. To draw a stem, first you make one curved line. Then you're going to draw a small square at the top of that curved line. Now come to the edge of that small square and make another curved line coming down on the top of your cherry. Do the same thing on the other side. Draw a curved line going up. Draw a square at the top. Then draw another curved line coming back down. Very good. Now we're going to draw 2 small circles on our cherries to show where our highlight will be when we start to paint the cherries. So I'm going to come to this area of the cherry and I'm going to draw a smaller circle. I'm going to do the same thing on my second cherry. To refine these lines near to where we have put our stems, we're going to write another letter M, like this. Make sure you do. Time to add some leaves. First, draw a straight line for the stem. Then, draw a curved line. Just like that. And go to the bottom of that line and draw another curved line. Then, draw a curved line in the middle. Then I want you to make straight strokes on both sides of your leaf. Let's add another leaf to our other cherry. Remember, draw your stem, draw a curved line, go to the bottom of that curved line, draw another curved line, and draw a line in the middle, and then draw slanted strokes on either side of the leaf. Very good. Now I want you to get out your rulers and we're going to draw a line behind our cherries so that our cherries don't look as though they're floating in mid-air. Get out your ruler. Place your ruler about halfway down your cherries. Make sure it's nice and straight, and then draw your straight line. Don't draw your line on the inside of your cherries. You're going to draw a line here, in between, and then on this side. Get your eraser and lightly erase any extra lines on your drawing so that these lines don't show in your painting. Now that our drawing is complete, it is time to paint. Get out your paints and let's get started. Take out a palette for your paints. If you don't have a palette, you can always use a paper plate. Next, you will need at least 2 or 3 paint brushes. Make sure you get a cup of water. You will also need tissue or a washcloth to wipe your brushes. Time to mix our paints. The colors I will be using today are the 3 primary colors: yellow, red, blue, and then white and black. Mix all of your colors before you start painting. For your cherries, you need 4 colors. Mix red and blue to make purple. Then have plain red. Then mix red and a little bit of yellow for a brighter red. And then red and white for your highlight. For the leaves on your cherry, you need green. To mix green, you need blue and yellow for darker green, and then lots of yellow with a little bit of blue for a lighter green. For the stem of your cherry, you need to mix brown. To mix brown, you need yellow, red, and a little bit of black. For your background, take some of the brown and mix in some white to get this light brown color. For the table, take some blue paint and some white paint and mix it together. Pause the video and take your time to mix all of your colors carefully. Start by painting the background with your pre-mixed light brown paint. Make horizontal brush strokes as you apply the paint. Carefully paint around the cherries, the stem, and the leaves, taking your time. Let this first coat of paint dry and then apply a second coat of paint. Time to paint your cherries. Take some of the pre-mixed red and yellow paint and apply it to your cherries, except in the area for your highlight. Take your time as you apply the paint. While your first cherry starts to dry, take some more of your pre-mixed red and yellow paint and apply it to your second cherry. Remember, don't paint on the spot for the highlight. As you apply paint to the top of your cherries, I want you to leave out some white space just like I have. This is where you will add some more highlight. Make sure you do the same thing to the second cherry. Allow your first coat of paint to dry and then apply a second coat of paint with your pre-mixed red and yellow. Excellent. Let that dry and then get some of your pre-mixed purple and add it in this area on your cherry. After you have applied your purple paint, I want you to rinse out your brush and get some of the plain red paint and blend it into your purple paint using circular motions. While the first cherry dries, do the same thing to the second cherry. Get your purple paint and apply it on. Then rinse out your brush and get some of your plain red paint and apply it onto your cherry, blending it nicely with your purple paint using circular motions. Let it dry and then apply more purple paint and then some plain red paint, making circular motions as you apply the paint. Make sure to lightly hold your paintbrush as you make these circular motions to blend your colors together. Make sure you paint your second cherry. Apply some more purple paint, rinse out your brush, then get some plain red paint and make circular motions to blend your colors together, holding your brush lightly. While the paint on your cherries dry, take your pre-mixed brown paint and apply this onto your stems. Use a small paintbrush. Next, we're going to add a highlight to the stem. Take some of the pre-mixed background paint and apply it to your stem, making straight brush strokes, like this. When this dries, add another coat of paint following the previous steps. Apply the brown paint, then apply the highlight, rinse out your brush, and blend the two together. Good job! Time to paint the leaves. First, take some of the light pre-mixed green paint and apply it onto the leaves, making quick, straight brush strokes. Like this. While that dries, paint the stem of your leaf using the brown premix paint. After your first coat of green paint dries, apply your darker green pre-mixed paint using the same straight, quick brush strokes. Make sure to leave areas of white for your highlight, just like I have. Rinse out your paintbrush and get some plain yellow paint and apply it to the white spaces you left for your highlights. Now I want you to rinse out your brush and apply more paint to your cherries. The more layers of paint we add to our cherries, the juicier our cherries will look. Remember, apply your purple paint, rinse out your brush, get some plain red paint, and lightly holding your paintbrush and making circular motions, blend your colors together. Make sure you do the same thing to your second cherry. Time for the exciting part. We are going to add highlights to the cherries. Take your pre-mixed white and red paint and apply it to the white spots for your highlights. After you've applied your pre-mixed white and red paint, take some of the plain red paint and apply it around the edge of your highlight. Rinse your brush and lightly blend the two colors together, making circular motions, like this. Make sure you apply your highlight to your second cherry. Remember, take your pre-mixed white and red paint and apply it to the white spots. Then get some of the plain red paint and apply it around the edge of your highlight. Rinse out your brush and lightly blend the two colors together, making circular motions. Very good. Let your first coat of highlight color dry and then apply a second coat of paint. Take your time as you apply your paint, holding your brush as lightly as possible. Remember to make circular motions as you blend the two colors together. To make our cherries look more exciting, we're going to apply some more highlight paint carefully around our cherry. Start at the bottom of your cherry. Make thin brush strokes with your paintbrush as you apply the highlight. Like this. Watch closely to see where else I'm applying highlights. Rinse out your brush and take some of your pre-mixed light blue paint and apply it to the table, making horizontal brush strokes. Next, we're going to paint the shadow of the cherries on the table. Make sure to paint your shadow underneath the cherry in these two areas. Take some of your blue paint and add a bit of brown, mix it together and apply it underneath the cherries for your shadows, like this. Carefully blend out your paint, making horizontal brush strokes to do so. For finishing touches, add extra highlights on your painting. Always sign your artwork in the bottom corner of your painting. Your painting is now complete. Excellent job! Thank you for watching my painting tutorial. I hope you had a wonderful time. Don't forget, post your image on Instagram and tag me at Arafine Arts so that I can see your lovely creations. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more art videos. Until next time, bye!